I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link. Our coastal storm is here, and the rain, the wind, and the waves only to be on the increase over the next 24 to 48 hours. Doppler radar, as of now, we're taping this about 3:45 in the afternoon. We've had bands of moderate to at times heavy rain, windswept rain working in, and there's more to follow. Our storm system developing offshore right now. Take a look at pictures down in Narragansett Town Beach. You can look at the flag on the bottom, and it is just extended and snapping in the wind right now. And the strongest winds with this coastal storm, this nor'easter, will be along the coastline, the surf, the waves building, the rain blowing sideways. And because this is a slow mover, this is really going to be around for the next 2 to 3 days through at least Friday morning. And the weather only getting worse tonight and right on through Thursday. We think the height of the storm is actually tomorrow. But to now through tonight, Thursday, and potentially into Friday morning, we're in a pinpoint weather alert for the combination of rain, wind, and waves. So looking at a stormy stretch. The good news in all of this is that we feel as though by the holiday weekend, things will start to improve a little bit, not much, but a little bit for Saturday, but more so come Sunday and the holiday Monday. So the weather impacts now through Friday, big waves. You saw those pictures down in Narragansett. Very heavy rain. We're forecasting, and I'll show you that in more detail in just a second, 2 to 4 inches across our area over that 3-day period, with higher amounts across southeastern Mass where there's actually a flood watch. Strong wind gusts everywhere, but the strongest winds, potentially damaging wind gusts, would be along the coastline. So there, especially south and east of Providence and closer to the water, some potential for some isolated power outages. That risk is there, so it's something that we'll keep a close eye on. Here's another close-up look at the satellite and radar composite showing the bands of rain being pulled in off the ocean. Our storm, let me widen out the view here a little bit, area of low pressure right in here. The problem is that it's going to pretty much sit and spin in that area and intensify a bit. It's increasing the rain and the wind. So that's where it's located right now. Let's take it into the future, starting off this evening at 11 o'clock. And note the movement now through Friday morning. It just kind of wobbles in the same area. This is Thursday morning, 7 a.m., windswept heavy rain. Here we are, 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Heavy rain and wind, especially along the coastline. I mean, it's stormy everywhere, but the worst is along the coast, the Cape, the islands. This is 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Take it to Thursday night. Storm is still sitting in the same spot. And then wobbling off the coast Friday morning with more rain and wind. The entire storm starts to pull away on Saturday. So while Saturday is not a stormy day, we'll probably have some lingering showers at that time. And no surprise, the wave height forecast. These waves are going to be building next couple of days, 15 to 25 feet, at least offshore. And that big surf, those big rollers, dangerous rip currents, obviously for our coastal waters now through Friday morning. And just kind of common sense stuff here. Stay off the rocks and the jetties as this pounding surf continues for a 2 to 3 day period. So as of now, there's a flood watch for the areas in green for southeast Mass. That may get extended into Rhode Island. We'll get some healthy rain amounts as well, but the higher amounts, we're thinking southeastern Massachusetts. Now this is interesting, and be mindful that this is more than likely going to change in the next hour, but a high wind warning, no surprise, Cape and Islands, it does include Block Island. High wind advisory for the areas in tan, so you may be wondering, well, what's the deal here as far as everything in between? Westerly, Newport, the lower part of Narragansett Bay, the rest of coastal Mass. More than likely, this area right in here will get filled in with a high wind advisory. The National Weather Service will more than likely issue that based on the data that we're looking at. So don't be misled into thinking there's no wind down here. It's going to be very, very windy on the south coast of Rhode Island and the south coast of Massachusetts. In fact, these are the forecast wind gusts that we're going with. You know, south and east of Providence, gusting up to 50, higher out on Block Island, higher for the Cape, the islands close to 60. Further inland you go, we're thinking more of a 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gust. Rain potential here, looking at 2 to 4 inches. This is over a 3-day period with amounts as high as 4 to 6, anywhere from New Bedford to Cape Cod, and that's an awful lot of rain. And so that's the reason for the flash flood watch for that area. But even here in Rhode Island, we're going to have to watch for the potential for at least some urban flooding. So here's the breakdown for this evening. More of the same. It's a windswept, heavy rain, low 50s. throughout the night. Thursday morning, windswept rain, gusts of 30 to 50, the higher gusts obviously being reserved for the coast, and then more of the same Thursday afternoon, windswept rain, and that'll be heavy at times. So, the height of the storm now through all of Thursday night into Friday morning. Check back for updates on our website, WPRI.com, and here at the Weather Now link. I'm getting ready to, Nick, we're going to do a Facebook Live? So now we're taping this as of almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're getting ready to do a Facebook Live at about 4 o'clock. So if you missed that, you can certainly go back to the WPRI Facebook page and watch that. And check in with us. Tune in tonight on Eyewitness News starting at 5 o'clock for all the updates. So wrapping it up, it's a slow-moving nor'easter, high impact, especially along the coastline with rain, wind, and some big waves.